Welcome. You're on the Malika.vedic Astrology channel, and this is your July forecast. Dear Capricorns, this month has the potential to bestow upon you what typically proves most challenging, an effortless grace in your relationships with others. And before we begin, one important note. The forecasts here are based on your rising sign, your ascendant. This isn't Western astrology, this is Vedic astrology. Please check out the first video on this channel. There I explain in detail how Vedic astrology differs from Western. If you don't know your ascendant sign yet, please provide me with your birth date, precise birth time, and birth location, and I will gladly help you determine it completely free of charge. All contact information is in the description below the video, and I have a small request for you. Let's conduct an experiment. Please return to this video at the end of July and share in the comments how the forecast manifested in your life, what resonated and what unfolded unexpectedly. It's truly of great interest and significant importance for me to gather this feedback with you. In this way, you yourselves will be able to witness what Vedic astrology truly is and precisely how it functions. So let's talk about July. What is this month all about? For Capricorns, July is a month where the diligent efforts of the first half of the year pave the way for one of the most auspicious transits of the entire year, bringing blessings in partnerships and relationships. The primary themes are cooperation, marriage, and business alliances. The first half of July is about work, health, and competition. The second half of July is about a true flourishing in relationships, thanks to Jupiter in exaltation. Let's break it all down. Mars is in the 5th house in Taurus for the entire month. The 5th house governs creativity, self-expression, romance, love, children, joy, and everything that truly nourishes your soul. It's the place where you live authentically, without masks or calculations. Mars here provides an energetic, at times tense, creative impulse. It ignites a strong desire to act decisively in matters of romance, to actively immerse oneself in creative projects, or to be energetically involved in the affairs of one's children. This might manifest as a bold romantic gesture or perhaps an energetic and active involvement in your child's sports or creative pursuits. However, there is also a potential for conflicts to arise primarily stemming from impatience within these specific domains. Harness this energy for dynamic creative pursuits rather than for striving to have things precisely as you wish. The Sun is in the 6th house in Gemini until July 16th. The 6th house encompasses work, daily routines, health, your physical body, competitors, obstacles, debts, and obligations. This is where life truly puts your fortitude to the test through daily challenges and tribulations. It's precisely in this domain that you can forge your patience and diligence truly strong, making them more resilient and powerful than ever before. The Sun here precisely illuminates this area, your visibility and work processes, when contending with difficulties and facing competitors. This might manifest as a significant achievement in resolving a complex work task, or a scenario where you're recognized specifically for your adeptness at systematically and reliably overcoming challenges, leading to considerable acknowledgement. It's what you excel at more than anyone else. Venus is in the 7th house in Cancer until July 4th. The 7th house signifies partnerships and marriage, encompassing business alliances, contracts, open competitors, and all one-on-one relationships. The 7th house is the space where you encounter another individual as your equal, fostering balanced and reciprocal interaction. At the very start of the month, Venus illuminates this sphere with its warm glow. This could manifest as delightful interactions with your partner, a sweet romantic gesture, or simply a more easygoing and harmonious bond with someone you are connected to, whether it is through professional matters or the sacred ties of marriage. So, enjoy this brief, yet incredibly pleasant period now. Mercury is in the 7th house in Cancer until July 7th. Then it goes into retrograde motion and returns to the 6th house in Gemini. And early July, Mercury is in the 7th house. There will be many thoughts about partnership, active negotiations with partners, and important conversations about joint plans. On July 7th, Mercury enters retrograde and moves back into the 6th house, which is the house of work, health, and daily routines. This influence could manifest as a re-evaluation of your established work processes or even a health regimen that you initiated earlier in the month. It's possible that some aspects will require further refinement. This is not the most opportune moment for signing employment contracts or initiating a new health regimen. It is advisable to clarify all the details before the start of August. This retrograde motion is set to continue until the very start of August. The month's backdrop, Rahu in Aquarius, 2nd house. The 2nd house symbolizes your finances and possessions, your deeply held values, and what you truly claim as your own. This is also the house of family. Rahu here throughout the month amplifies an unconventional financial approach. An unexpected, unconventional source of income might emerge, but you must verify the reality behind any tempting financial proposals. Ketu is positioned in the 8th house in Leo. The 8th house signifies deep transformational crises encompassing shared finances, inheritances, secrets, and concealed resources. And Ketu here tends to create a slight detachment from those deeper themes. It might seem that your previous interest in transformation or life's mysteries isn't as appealing as it used to be. That's normal. Not everything needs to be figured out right now. Saturn is in the 3rd house in Pisces. The 3rd house represents communications, the house of interaction, personal effort, courage, short trips, younger siblings, and your immediate environment. And Saturn here, throughout the entire month, instills patience in both communication and personal initiative. Growth unfolds gradually through a process of disciplined, consistent steps. Saturn, as a celestial body, is known to be a very slow-moving planet. And it's only achieved through patience and perseverance. The main event of July is Jupiter in exaltation in the 7th house. Jupiter remains in Cancer throughout the entire month, and for Jupiter, Cancer represents the sign of its exaltation, indicating its utmost strength. It's akin to the planet operating at its peak potential. It gives the very best of what it has to offer. And for you, Capricorn, Cancer is your 7th house, the house of partnership and marriage, business alliances, contracts, and cooperation as well. And when the most benevolent planet stands here at its utmost strength, it truly represents one of the warmest and most generous transits conceivable for all relationships. This could manifest in a very specific manner. This could manifest as a marriage proposal. This might be a successful business partnership reaching a new, more lucrative stage, or just a deep sense of support from someone you're connected to, offering comfort and reliability. For those who are actively searching, this could be the time to encounter someone who will prove to be a true life partner. On the 16th of July, the Sun aligns with Jupiter, and that's when its powerful influence becomes truly pronounced. Jupiter stays in Cancer until the end of October. For Capricorns, who are used to relying mainly on themselves, this is truly one of the decade's best periods to genuinely allow yourself to receive significant and unwavering support from a partner. On July 4th, Venus transitions into your 8th house within the sign of Leo, and the 8th house fundamentally represents deep transformations and crises that ultimately guide you towards rebirth. This is the house of shared finances, the house of inheritance, the house of other people's money. This is a place where the deepest transformations in life take place. It's the house of secrets and hidden knowledge. And from July the 4th, Venus arrives here, joining Ketu, adding warmth and trust to these profound themes, enhancing connections. You might get some delightful news concerning shared finances with your partner, or perhaps a clandestine romance could be revealed. Or it could simply be a more gentle perspective on those issues that once caused you fear. Perhaps fear will give way to acceptance. And then, on July 16th, the Sun transitions into your 7th house, which is in Cancer joining Jupiter, who is exalted in that 7th house, in the realm of partnerships and marriage. The Sun provides willpower and clarity, while Jupiter brings growth and blessings. And together in the house of partnership, they create a period of true flourishing in relationships. This could manifest as a public acknowledgement of your union, a wedding, an engagement, an announcement of a new partnership, or simply a moment when relationships become distinctly visible and important to all around you. Important for everyone around you. Dedicate these weeks to crucial discussions and making significant decisions within your partnerships. Okay, so let's summarize. I'll give you a brief overview of what's happening with your health, career, finances, and romantic life in July. Health in July. The Sun in the 6th house until July 16th highlights your work and health. This is a good moment to engage with and improve your systems. Improving your routine, but don't go overboard. Mercury's retrograde motion, commencing on the 7th of July, cautions against initiating any new diets or routines at this particular time. It is better to perfect what has already been set in motion than to initiate something entirely new. Capricorn is intrinsically linked to the knees and skeletal structure, and with Mars in the 5th house, you may experience overexertion from vigorous activities in sports or creative pursuits. Watch your workload and don't ignore signs of fatigue. Jupiter, in exaltation within the 7th house, functions as a powerful source of emotional backing. The more you allow yourself to truly rely on your partner, the more physically at ease you will feel. Good relationships literally have healing power. Regarding your finances in July, Rahu residing in your 2nd house throughout the entire month suggests that you may encounter an unconventional source of income. You must scrutinize the details very carefully, as alluring financial proposals during this time demand an exceptional degree of caution and thorough verification. Remember, Rahu invariably embodies fog and illusion. Mercury's retrograde motion, specifically on July 7th, strongly advises you to refrain from signing any new financial documents. It is much better to reconsider or clarify existing issues. The primary financial backing for this entire month will be provided through partnerships due to Jupiter's presence in the 7th house. Joint financial decisions with your partner are especially favorable, particularly after July 16th, when the Sun joins Jupiter. Now let's talk about your career in July. The Sun in the 6th house until July 16th supports your visibility through your ability to handle difficulties. This is a prime opportunity to truly highlight your skills as a dependable and methodical professional. Mars in the 5th house provides a creative impulse in your work. And if your profession is linked with creative endeavors or children, seize this period proactively. And after July 16th, when the Sun aligns with Jupiter, entering your house of partnership, there's a strong potential for significant career growth. This growth could specifically stem from a strategic business alliance, a collaborative project, or forming a union with another company, all of which could lead to remarkable success. Love and relationships in July. For those who are already in a committed relationship, Venus, positioned in the 7th house right at the beginning of the month, fosters a truly warm and harmonious atmosphere. Make good use of these initial days for romantic gestures and having heartfelt conversations. Jupiter, in exaltation within the 7th house, blesses partnerships all through the entire month. And on July 16th, when the Sun also joins it, this becomes notably more apparent. There's a significant relationship decision that might be made, and it will be quite apparent to everyone around you. And for those who are currently seeking a partner, there's a strong potential for an encounter to blossom into a truly pivotal and destined partnership. This is a real possibility for you in July, especially through your professional environment or in situations where you find yourself collaborating as equals with other individuals. The primary message for July, Capricorns, is that this month serves as a potent reminder that even the most formidable and self-reliant among you will, at times, require the support and reliance on another individual. And this is not a weakness. Jupiter in exaltation within the house of partnership tells you, permit yourself to embrace this support, and you will be astonished by how much it can truly provide for you. Capricorns, this has been a general transit forecast for your zodiac sign. However, your personal birth chart is truly what will reveal which specific themes will be of utmost importance to you individually, and precisely how powerfully these transits are destined to manifest within your unique life journey. For an accurate analysis, I need your date of birth, exact time of birth, and place of birth. All my contact info is below this video. Have a wonderful July, dear Capricorns. And in this month, may that very person come into your life who will make your strength even more robust and truly formidable.